Ardene in Colorado is on the line over here. Ardene, thank you for calling and holding. How are you doing?
Hi, doing good, doing good.
Nice.
I was just wondering, how come you guys now you make a point with the deep state and all this stuff going on in the country? I
Yeah.
completely understand. I totally agree with that. But why don't you attack where it really is at? It is not with the well, there is fraud in the there's small levels of fraud. I agree. With the defense, I actually worked defense for years in Westlake Village, California.
Wow.
And I worked for a corporation. I was working on F-16s at the time.
Awesome.
The fighter ships. And we were working on it, and we finished the contract. This was in the 90s. Oh, no, it was in the 70s. Yeah, 70s. And we finished the contract.
Can I interrupt you? Let me interrupt you. Are you on can you come
sure.
on regular phone?
Oh, okay, the speaker? Okay, yeah, okay.
Yeah, because I think you're on speaker, and it's a little tinny.
Tinny? Okay, got
tinny
it.
for my taste.
Tinny? Okay. Tinny for your taste.
Yeah.
Is that better? Is that better?
Oh, yeah, that's a lot better. I appreciate it.
Okay, good. I was actually on Bluetooth, my Bluetooth. But they are good Bluetooth earbuds. But hey, I'll just stand the tinny.
I appreciate it.
With the when I was working for the company, we did something with Department of Defense, worked for them for years, about 40 years.
What in the world? Ardene got disconnected. Oh. Okay, so call back, Ardene. She mentioned the F-16. I think if that's her, you can put her right on hold. There.
What?
Is that you, Ardene?
Yeah. Did you hang up on me on purpose or what?
Of course not.
Okay. So I was just like, okay. When I was working in a company, we finished the contract. It was great. We're all proud of ourselves. There was about 300 people working on it.
Okay.
And they called us in a meeting, had bagels, the whole thing for us. It was really cool. And they said, we love that you did it under budget and with zero defects, but don't do it again because they will cut our budget.
Right. I know that's one of the things I was trying to bring up or thought of, but couldn't express as clearly as you just did with Big Bump yesterday. I don't know if you heard my call.
That's where, that is where I saw it. And I actually saw it a lot.
Yeah.
I saw it another place too. And because I worked it for 40 years, defense electronics.
Nice.
So I know exactly what it was. And what bothers me, though, is why can't you guys go where it really is at, the deep state? And it's at Citizens United. Why aren't you guys talking about that?
Citizens United, I know a little bit about. Citizens United is...
big money.
It's an example. Is Citizens United a lobbying company?
Citizens United was passed by Supreme Court. It gave businesses. They related businesses to a person. It gave them the right.
Yeah. Mays talks about this all the time.
The thing with that is it's making capitalism a very corrupt government. It really honestly is. Now, when a pharmaceutical
are you considered a conservative or a liberal or a centrist in your mind? You
conservative? I'm on the liberal side, but I'm more of a centrist.
Okay.
Cool. I'm more of on the liberal side, though, and and I think we need to get to the root of it. Mm-hmm. We need to stop the lobbyists dead in their tracks. We need to stop the big money, the CPACs, the APACs. We need to stop that. We need to stop campaign contributions in the excess of millions of dollars. They have a budget to work with. That's it. Over and done with. End of subject. We need to stop gerrymandering. These are things that really honestly need to be stopped to have not a corrupt capitalistic society. And it is corrupt. It is very corrupt.
I could believe that a lot of what you're saying there's some truth to it. Citizens
There is
United
truth.
was or is, I guess, or whatever, a
Mm-hmm.
conservative organization founded in the 80s, I guess, 1988.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah.
In 2010, the organization won a U.S. Supreme Court case known as
Yeah.
Citizens United versus FEC,
Yeah.
Federal Election Commission. Was it
Yes.
was it the Obama Federal Election Commission that sued them? And they took them to the Supreme Court? Took each other to the Supreme Court?
As far as it was about 15 years ago, it's been going on for a long time, Citizens United. And
No, I know, but
actually
the
think-
lawsuit that when they tried to I don't know.
I don't know. I actually don't know on that one. I'm sorry. I do apologize. But that is where, as an example, another example, pharmaceuticals. That is the biggest thorn in my side possible, is the pharmaceutical industry.
Uh-huh.
As an example, what everybody is putting on fentanyl, as far as fentanyl coming over the borders, totally agree. We don't need, this world does not need more opiates. True, I don't have cancer and I'm not dealing with stuff like that, so I can't speak on that level. But I'm an older person too, so I can't speak on opiates. But I had a previous husband. He died of a massive heart attack.
Ooh.
But prior to that, he was an fentanyl, opiate, Oxycontin addict.
Oh.
And it was through the pharmaceutical company. It was all prescribed drugs that he got in the 90s. It was all prescribed drugs. It was nothing illegal. He was getting in fentanyl patches and sucking on them. I had to throw things away because I found him doing this.
Uh-huh.
Now, our pharmaceutical company made a whole country full of addicts.
Uh-huh.
And that's where the problem lies. We don't have a drug coming over problem to very novice, very uneducated people. We have very educated drug addicts over here in the United States.
Yeah.
And they know their medicines. And my husband got it all legal. He wasn't shopping for doctors. He wasn't shopping for pharmacies. He got it all legal. He had handfuls of Oxycontin, handfuls of it. And that was all legally prescribed. That's where the problem lies. We have been addicted to opiates for so long that countries come in and they have total control over us because they're handing us the opiates. You got it in a barrel right there.
Interesting.
We don't have a border problem more than we have an opiate problem here in the United States.
I will have you know that
problem.
if you want national sovereignty, you have to have closed borders. And I'm not talking about the drugs coming across the borders necessarily. Although that is, you don't want that coming across. That should be stopped regardless.
No. Yeah.
But they're replacing the native white American population who are more conservative, sensible.
Don't go there.
I'm going there. It's my show. I can go there. What do you mean don't go there?
The native white population?
Yes.
How about the native indigenous population?
They're like a distant memory. I'm talking about the native white American
They're like
population.
the owners of the land. They were the owners of the land.
I know, but we own it now. We the white American native population.
We stole it from them. We stole it from them.
In some cases, maybe we did, but in other cases, we rightfully conquered it, and in other cases, we bought it properly. So give it up, woman. You don't know what you're talking about. You're a liberal.
Where we buy it?
You're liberal.
Where we buy it? How we buy it?
From
Where
them.
we buy it? Honestly,
from them, from the French, and many other places. Don't be a crybaby about that stuff. Do you really want to get off? Is the Big Pharma really the most important thing, or do you want to argue about this? Because I'll go either way.
Big Pharma.
Okay, well then come off of your crybaby stuff about the American Indians.
They were.
I said come off of it.
Bye.
Oh, you're gonna click? Okay, nice. I bet you guys wish I did that with Sean, but no, Sean's too nice. Shout out Ardene. I love the boomer ladies. Sean might be Gen X, but Ardene is a boomer. Shout out. Stolen land? I told her to come off of it because we can deal with Big Pharma. Okay, so I would like to give a little bit of a response to what she said, though. She wanted to hang up. I didn't want her to hang up necessarily. Crazy lady. Shout out. Hake, that was the very best outcome. I wasn't trying to make her get mad and hang up. I was just trying to get her under control. Whoosh, you got to get control of the conversation. Because you mention something and they just go off. It's like if I mention the flat earth or the ball earth or something amidst something else making a bigger point. They get hung up on this. Or if I mention Sean Hannity making a good point about Obama lying. They're like, Sean Hannity is a whatever you want to say about Sean Hannity. Or if I mention, you care too much about something, you get distracted by it. Shout out. But what I would like to say about the Big Pharma thing, yeah, maybe money is a corrupting influence in America. But the people are already corrupt. It's the corruption of the evil hearts of the people. That they are such suckers that they'll take the opioids and trust the doctors and get hooked on that mess. It's the corruption of the people to vote over and over and over again for the bumps on a log, phony politicians who are just living high on the hog in the swamp called DC or called Sacramento or wherever. It is that stuff. We've got the right man for the job. Bobby Kennedy, yes. RFK Jr. I think he's the right man for bringing a little bit of focus on health. I think he'll do better than Big Mama Michelle with her Let's Move campaign, give you cardboard instead of real tasty school lunch. You don't want so much tasty food. I learned from this Jewish guy who is a bodybuilder and knows a lot, PhD. He said, you get limit all your tasty food, you know? Eat some more veggies and fruits or meat if you want to do the carnivore diet. Some people in that case, I guess you could do that. But also get a little fiber, I think. Everything doesn't have to be like that really, really tasty, good stuff that gets you fat, not fit. Trump is the man for the job. Here's an example of an evil woman who pretends like she's so uncorrupt because she doesn't take corporate money or whatever, or big donations or whatever. She brags that she's poor, supposedly. Cortez, Sandy Cortez, she has a corrupt, evil heart. It doesn't matter about money. Money is not the main problem. I don't think. He consults Jewish dietitians. Well, he expresses himself well because he's Jewish. He has high verbal IQ. And it's also that makes him entertaining too. If you're not black, at least be Jewish if you want to be entertaining. Yeah, so it's the evil hearts of the people. The users. You got to blame the users as well as the dealers and the people who are taking the money. So, yeah, but they are subverting the whites. The native white population tends to be a bit more independent thinking in America, a bit more sensible per capita on some level, some practical, physical level in terms of civilization. Irish are entertaining too. Yeah. And Italians a little. Robert Davi on the J.S. Lee Peterson show. Big Pharma is the problem, not the deep state, not the permanent bureaucracy. I don't know. Let's say they're both wrong. I would like for the government not to be so involved in the health world. I would like for lawsuits not to be so frivolously accepted, but I don't know how that's going to change. Because I feel like the frivolous lawsuits. I heard that pharmaceutical companies, vaccine makers, can't be sued for their stuff. Interesting. Okay, so that's one lawsuit. Maybe I would let go through. I'm not sure though. It's hard to prove. But I feel like lawsuits and insurance and government meddling and the health world, the insurance world, and all of that and subsidizing those things is making the prices go up and complicating and over-regulating and all that stuff. Okay. Nice.